Hey, what's up, guys? It's Paul Farmer from paulgfarmer.com. So today what I want to talk about is something that I know many of you are absolutely struggling with it, and it's exactly what is keeping you stuck. It's what's keeping you from getting the results you want. And what I'm talking about is fear. Now, I did a little post here. I just wrote it up just now. I mean, a lot of emotion here. So I put this picture. I learned that courage was not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. The brave man is not he who does not feel afraid, but he who conquers that fear. Okay, so what I want to say is this. I wrote a whole thing. You can come read it. It's on my wall right here, Paul G. Farmer. The reason is not, okay, so you have an opportunity. Let's say you have an opportunity. You're going to make $500 a commission, right? You're going to make $500 a sale. You only have to pay it one time. $500 plus $50. That's all you have to do. But you're not doing it. And what is the reason behind it? Typically, the reason behind it, you might say it's money. You might say it's lack of money. You don't have the funds. Well, it's not really that, because if you're serious about it and you really see an opportunity and you really want to do it, you're going to find a way to do it. And that's it. There's no other way around that. I've seen it happen too many times. So you can't say it's lack of money, because it's not lack of money. That's not the problem. Okay. Now, the real problem, the real issue here is maybe you see the opportunity, but you don't believe you can do it. Maybe you're afraid that if you join, if you pay your $550, even though it positions you to make $500 over and over, and you know your return on investment is just absolutely off the charts, you don't want to do it. I don't know if you can hear that, but the wind chimes are going crazy. We got a storm going on right now here in Texas. But anyway, back to my point. You don't want to do it because you're afraid. You are afraid. You're afraid of losing money. You're afraid because you're not sure what to do. You're afraid because you don't think you can do it. You're afraid of rejection. That's the real reason why you're not doing it. Aside from maybe you don't like the opportunity. That's a whole different story. But if you see an opportunity, you want to do it, but you don't do it because you're either afraid of losing the money, you don't know what to do, or you don't feel you can do it. You don't feel you have the skills. You don't feel like you're going to be able to do that. So how do you get over that stuff? My best advice for that is just to step into that fear. So whatever that fear is, maybe that fear is losing the money, okay? So let's just think about this. Let's say the program is a one-time payment. One time. You pay $500 one time, you're going to make $500 commissions. Okay, that's really crazy return on investment. You really can't beat that. That doesn't exist hardly anywhere. So for you not to choose to do that, choose to better your life, there's got to be some really big issues going on that are keeping you from taking action, keeping you from stepping into your better future. And it just comes back to fear. So how do we get over that fear? Well, the best thing to do is step through it, step into it, take action, okay? So the very first thing you want to do is rip off that Band-Aid and get started. That's the very first thing you want to do. So you want to pay your $550 and position yourself to make more money. That's what you want to do. Now, maybe you're thinking like, oh, Paul, you're just telling me this. This isn't really what you need to do. That's not safe. You know, I could lose a lot of money. Well, that's why you need to do it, because you're thinking that way in the first place. That's why you need to do it. Because until you get over that fear, you are going to consistently keep continuing to play small. You're going to keep going into programs you have no business going into because you're not positioning yourself to make anything, to do anything. If you're coming into a program and you're like, okay, well, I'm going to dip my toe in the water and I'm going to pay $25 and I can make $25, There's no reason to do that. That's a waste of time. That's not going to change your life. That's not going to do anything for you. And if you have that mindset, that you have that mindset because you're afraid. Because if you saw the opportunity and you knew without a doubt that you weren't going to lose money, and you knew without a doubt that you were going to you were going to capitalize on this opportunity, you're going to make way more than what you put in. There's no way you would ever consider doing $25. You would never consider it. And that's the truth. But because you're afraid, you play it small. And because you play it small, you don't get anywhere. Because you play it small, you don't go out and do what you need to do. Because you play it small, you can't do any kind of marketing. Because you play it small, it doesn't make sense for you to go talk to a bunch of people because you only make $25. Do you see the point I'm making here? I hope you see it. Because the reason you are where you are, and I get passionate about this, the reason you are where you are is because you continue to play it small. You continue to let your fears keep you stuck. You let your fears guide you, and you let your fears destroy you, is what you're doing. So you got to step into that fear, and it starts by putting some money into something that maybe you're not completely 100% sure. It's a calculated risk. You don't know what the outcome is going to be, but you're coming into it knowing that, you know what, I'm going to make this work. I'm going to make it happen. The opportunity is amazing. So why wouldn't I do it? I would be a fool not to do it. Or you're on this other camp, like, oh, you know what if I lose $25? Oh no, I lost $25. My life is over. It's done. Okay, maybe I'm emphasizing this a little too much, but it's ridiculous. You guys got to stop. I'm just telling you, got to stop it. And I'm coming from a place, okay, don't get me wrong. I'm coming from a place where I used to be afraid of losing $1. Okay, I wouldn't move because I didn't want to lose $1. I've lost way more than $1 now. And I'm going to tell you something. Losing money is the best thing you can do because you get over your fear of losing money. You get over your fear. Whereas if you hold on to your money, you hold on to it, and you don't do anything to change your circumstances, nothing's going to change. And really, by holding on to that money, you're not going to get any money back. It's not going to come back to you because money needs to move. And if you're holding on to it because you're afraid, none's going to come back to you. Yeah, you're going to have what you have, but that's it. But you're going to end up having less because you're not taking any chances. You're not doing anything to better your life. So I don't know. Maybe I'm going a little bit of a rant, but this is stuff that just it really gets me because I see so many people doing it. I see so many people playing it small. So, oh, you know what? I'm just going to dip my toe in the water. And it's almost madness. It's almost madness because you're not doing anything to help yourself. You're not positioning yourself to get ahead. You can't do any marketing. You going out and talking to people, recruiting people is almost pointless. You're making $25. It's ridiculous. Why would you want to do that? Instead, find a way to get the money. Find a way to get yourself positioned to make more money. That's how you get ahead. That's how you make the right now money. That's how you get your bills paid. That's how you get out of the hole you're in. That's how you do it. But by constantly succumbing to your fears and going, oh no, I don't have the money. Oh no, I can't afford to lose it. You can't afford not to take the chance. You can't afford not to. That's the point. All right, so just a few examples. So you know I'm not full of crap, and I practice what I preach. So like I told you, I was afraid. $1 I was afraid of. Okay, losing $1. In fact, I wouldn't join anything unless it was free. If it was free, I would join it. If I had to pay for it, I'm not paying for that. You're crazy. You know? Well, all that did was keep me stuck. That's it. Okay? So the next hurdle I had to get over was talking to people. I had to get in front of people. I had to learn how to communicate, how to connect with people. Now, I know that's a tremendous fear for many people. How did I get over it? Well, I decided to connect with 25 new people every single day. That's how I got over it. And I did it on a consistent basis. Was it fun for me? No, it wasn't fun. You know, I got rejected a lot, and it's just part of the process. But you have to step into that fear. You have to take action. And now I could care less. You know, if someone rejects me, it's their loss because I know what I bring to the table. It's their loss. Now, also, video. Video was a huge hurdle for me, a huge hurdle. Like, I wanted nothing to do with it, nothing. Maybe that's you. Maybe you don't want to do video. But video is the best thing you can do for you and your business because it helps you get over your fears. It helps you learn how to communicate. And it puts you out there in an uncomfortable position because, you know, other people are watching. You don't know what they're thinking. And, you know, you get the comments, you get all that. But I'm going to tell you something. Video is the best thing you can be doing. How do you get over it? You start doing videos. And I have a full training. I'll put the training in here, how to do videos. It's really not that complicated, but it's your fear. It's that voice in your head that's keeping you stuck, that doesn't allow you to move forward. And then what else was there? There was live video. That was scary, doing a live video. How did I overcome that? Well, I started doing live videos, started doing Hangouts. I did webinars for companies, okay? And that was really scary to me because at the time I didn't feel I had any value to give, but I still did it. I stepped into my fear. I did live webinars, okay? So this is how you get over your fears. You have to step into them. If you continue to allow them to control you, you will never, ever get ahead. You will stay stuck, all right? So I know this is kind of a harsh lesson today. You know, I was kind of really blunt and in your face, but, you know, I know a lot of people need to hear it. And maybe you're not going to like it. Maybe I'll get some negative comments. That's all good, you know? I'm not out here to please everyone. I'm out here to tell you what you need to hear to get to where you want to go. And I need to hear things too. I'm not exempt, okay? But I see so many people that are stuck because of their fear. And it has to end. You're never going to get anywhere unless you get over this stuff, especially the fear of losing money. That's a really big one, and that's the one that is keeping you stuck. That's the one, okay? So with that, you know, make it a great day. Subscribe to my channel. I'm going to wrap it up, and I'll see you on the next video.